Not reacting is the most powerful response. Gentle reminder that inner stillness is a form of unshakable strength. 1. The paradox of power. Why silence sometimes speaks the loudest in a world addicted to noise. Silence can be unsettling. We live in a culture that rewards quick replies, emotional outbursts, and instant reactions. The faster you speak, the more you're heard. The louder you express yourself, the more you're acknowledged. But what if true power lies in not reacting at all? Imagine being in a heated argument. Someone throws cutting words your way, hoping for a rise. And yet you don't flinch. You don't fight. You don't defend or attack. You simply remain still. That silence is louder than any retort. Why? Because it shows mastery. Not of the other person, but of yourself. Reacting is easy. It's primal. It's what we're conditioned to do when we feel threatened. It takes awareness. It takes self-control, emotional intelligence, and the kind of maturity. Most people spend their entire lives chasing point 2, emotional. Triggers and the illusion of control. Most of us live like emotional puppets. One wrong word, one sideways glance, one rejection, and we snap. We give our energy away to people who don't deserve it. We hand over the remote control of our peace to anyone who presses our buttons. But the moment you stop reacting, you take that power back. Not reacting isn't about suppression. It's not bottling things up. It's about observing your emotions without letting them dictate your actions. It's choosing peace over pride, stillness over struggle. And in that moment, you shift the power dynamic. You become ungovernable not by arrogance, but by clarity. See what's happening? You understand the game? And you refuse to play. 3. The science behind stillness. How non-reactivity rewires the brain from a neurological standpoint. Every time we react impulsively, we reinforce old pathways in the brain, typically ones built around fear, defensiveness, and ego. This is the amygdala hijack, where our primal brain takes over and throws logic out the window. But when we pause, when we choose to not react, we activate the prefrontal cortex. It's the part responsible for higher thinking, empathy, and discernment. Over time, this becomes your default state. Calm, present, collected. And guess what? It isn't just some spiritual idea, it's neuroplasticity. Your brain actually changes based on how you respond to life. Choosing not to react is more than a spiritual practice. It's a biological upgrade. 4. Real-life situations where not reacting changes. If everything, let's break this down with scenarios. We all face A. In arguments, instead of shouting back, you pause. You say, let's talk when we're both calm. You walk away, not out of weakness, but wisdom. B. In relationships. They ignore your message. Let them. You don't chase, you don't beg. Let your silence echo louder than your words ever. COULDC. At work, your ideas were dismissed in a meeting. Instead of retaliating or withdrawing, you observe, you learn. You speak when it matters, not when it's just noise. D. Online, someone left a nasty comment. Don't reply. Don't feed the drama, block, delete, move on. Their need for attention isn't your responsibility. Your energy is sacred. Don't waste it trying to prove a point to people. It's committed to misunderstanding you. 5. The ego's need for reaction. Why do we react so easily? Because our ego craves validation. It wants to be right. It wants to be respected, admired, and acknowledged. So the moment someone threatens our image, we fight back. But the ego is fragile. Then feeding it with reactions only makes it weaker. True strength is when you no longer need to defend who you are. When your inner peace is not up for negotiation. When you realize, I don't need to attend every argument I'm invited to. 6. Healing through detachment. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care intelligently. You care about your peace more than your pride. You care about your energy more than your need to win. You start to understand that not everything needs a response. Not every insult needs a comeback. Not every disagreement needs resolution. Sometimes silence is the closure. When you stop reacting, you start healing. You begin to listen to your own heart rather than trying to defend it from others. That's when real transformation begins. 7. How to practice non-reactivity at home. Let's turn theory into practice. Here's how you can apply this mindset in your daily life. A. Create a 10-second rule before you. Respond to anything emotionally charged. Count to 10. Inhale, exhale. Let your initial emotions rise, then fall. Then act or choose not to. B. Use. The mirror question, ask yourself, is this about them or is this showing me something about myself? This keeps you from projecting and helps you respond with awareness instead of emotion. C. Journal. Your triggers each time you feel deeply triggered. Write it down. Explore what hurt you, why it hurt, and what story your mind is telling you. This brings unconscious patterns into conscious light. D. Practice the gray rock. Method especially useful for dealing with manipulative or toxic people. Be emotionally neutral. Don't engage, don't entertain, don't explain. Just observe and detach. 8. Misconceptions about non-reactivity. Let's clear something up. Not reacting is not weakness. It's not avoidance. It's not passive aggression. It's not pretending you don't care. It's discernment. It's knowing when to engage and when to conserve your energy. It's knowing when your words will make an impact and when they'll fall on deaf ears. It's choosing your battles wisely because not everything is worth your peace. 9. The subtle power of presence. When you stop reacting, you become unpredictable. And in a world where everyone is playing predictable emotional games, this makes you magnetic. People start to wonder, why doesn't she get upset? Or why does nothing shake them? You become a mystery not out of manipulation, but presence. You hold your power instead of giving it away. And in that stillness, people feel something they can't explain. Respect. 10. When you feel the urge to react, pause, breathe, ask yourself, is this worth my peace? Is this a reflection of them, not me? Will this matter in 5 days, 5 months, 5 years? The answer is no. Walk away. Not in fear, but in freedom. You are not obligated to explain your peace to people. Committed to chaos. 11. Final reflections. Stillness as self-respect at the end of the day. Choosing not to react isn't about proving anything to the world. It's about honoring yourself. It's saying, I refuse to let your energy dictate mine. It's drawing an invisible boundary that says, I am not here to be shaken. I am here to be still. And that is real strength. Point 12. A quiet revolution. What would happen if more people embraced this stillness? If we taught our children not just to speak up, but also to be silent when needed. If we redefine strength not by how loudly we respond, but how deeply we remain centered, it would be a revolution, not loud, not messy, but quiet, powerful, and unstoppable. And it can begin with you. Point 13. You don't have to fight to win sometimes. The greatest victories are invisible. No applause, no recognition. Just a quiet moment where you chose peace over power, where you stayed calm in the chaos, where you honored yourself above all. So the next time someone tries to pull you into drama, remember this: not reacting is your superpower. 14. Support the movement. Join Awaken Mindset. This message speaks to something inside you. If you've ever felt like the world is too loud, too reactive, too chaotic, then maybe it's time you choose another way. A quieter way, a deeper way, a more intentional life. At Awaken Mindset, we create soul-centered content just like this. For those who think deeper, feel deeper, and want to live with clarity, stillness, and self-respect, subscribe to the channel. Share this message with someone who needs peace more than reaction. Join us in creating a culture of presence, not performance. Because when you master your inner stillness, no one can shake you. Not anymore. Not ever again. Thank you for being here. Remember, you don't have to say anything to be powerful. Your stillness speaks for you. Awaken Mindset.